I am 92 years old. I have outlived my wife. I have outlived my friends. I have outlived my enemies. And I've outlived the version of myself that used to give a damn about what people thought of me. I am standing at the very edge of the cliff. I can see the bottom. And before I go over, I need to turn around and tell you, the people still back there at the party, what I see. Because you are living a lie. You are walking around with this arrogant, comfortable delusion that you have time. You treat your days like they are cheap, like you have an infinite supply of them in the bank. So I'm here to tell you that you are broke. We are all going to die. You know this intellectually, but you don't know it. You don't feel the cold steel of it against your neck. If you did, you wouldn't be living the way you are. So let me tell you about a man named Ethan. It was 1968. Ethan was my best friend. He was smarter than me, better looking than me, and richer than me. He was a shark. We were having a drink one night, celebrating a massive deal he just closed. He was smoking a Cuban cigar, leaning back in his leather chair, and he looked at me and said, "Michael, 5 more years. That's the strategy. I grind for 5 more years. I hit the number. Then I'm done. Then I take Mary to Italy. Then I learn to paint. Then I start living." Ethan had a plan. He had a roadmap. 3 days later, Ethan walked out of his office building, grabbed his chest, and hit the sidewalk before he even realized he was falling. Massive heart attack. He was 42 years old. He never went to Italy. He never painted a damn thing. I stood over his casket, and the tragedy wasn't that Ethan died. We all die. The tragedy was that Ethan spent his entire existence waiting to live. He treated his life like a waiting room for a better future that never arrived. And the cruelest part, I went to his office a week later to clear out his desk. His calendar was booked for the next 6 months. His inbox was full of urgent messages. The world didn't stop because Ethan died. His company replaced him in 2 weeks. His clients forgot his name in a year. And right now, looking at you, I see Ethan. You are telling yourself the same lie. I'll be happy when I get the promotion. I'll take the trip when the kids are older. I'll forgive my brother when he apologizes. Let me give you a hard fact from a 92-year-old man. There is no later. There is only now. And if you are trading your now for a later that isn't guaranteed, you are making the worst bet in the history of gambling. You know what else I see when I look at Ethan's life? I see myself in my 30s. I see a man who thought he was building something permanent. I worked 80-hour weeks. I missed birthdays. I missed anniversaries. I told myself, just this one more year, just this one more deal. And then my daughter Sarah, she was 7 years old. She made me a card for Father's Day, drew a picture of our house, stick figures of the family. But in her drawing, there were only 3 people: her mother, her brother. I wasn't in the picture. When I asked her why, she looked at me with those innocent eyes and said, "I forgot, Daddy. I don't see you that much. That card is in my wallet right now." 46 years later, the edges are worn, the colors have faded, but I keep it there as a reminder of the day I almost lost everything that mattered. Let's talk about your stuff. I look at your generation. You are obsessed with accumulation. You buy things you don't need. With money you don't have to impress people you don't even like. I live in a small room now. I have a bed. I have a chair. I have a picture of my wife. I used to have a big house. I used to have luxury cars. I used to have a garage full of toys. And I am telling you, with the absolute clarity of the end game, it is all garbage. I have been to a lot of funerals. I have never, not once, seen a U-Haul trailer following a hearse. When you die, your kids are going to hire a stranger to come into your house and throw 90% of your precious stuff into a dumpster. The other 10% they'll sell at a yard sale for quarters. That is the sum total of your materialism. Future trash. So why are you putting yourself down so far to buy it? Why are you working 60 hours a week, missing your daughter's childhood to pay for a car that sits in traffic? It is madness. And you won't realize it's madness until you are sitting where I am sitting, and by then it is too late to return the merchandise. I'll tell you something else about stuff. The more you own, the more it owns you. Every possession is a chain. Every gadget needs maintenance. Every square foot needs cleaning. Every subscription needs paying. You think you're building wealth, but you're building a prison. I had a neighbor once, Richard. Nice guy. He spent every weekend washing his cars, mowing his lawn, organizing his garage. He had the nicest house on the block, the greenest grass, the shiniest cars. One Saturday morning, I saw him out there sweating in the heat, and I said, "Richard, when are you going to enjoy all this stuff you're maintaining?" He laughed and said, "When it's all perfect, Michael, when it's all perfect." Richard died 2 months later. Stroke. The house sold, the cars sold, the perfectly manicured lawn grew wild before someone else bought it. All that time he spent maintaining things instead of living, gone, vanished like smoke. Let me tell you about the big victory. It was 1979. I won the Businessman of the Year award in my city. Big banquet, black tie. I walked up to the podium. People applauded. I felt like a god. I felt like I had won the game. I went home that night, holding the trophy. My house was dark. My wife Eleanor was asleep. My kids were asleep. I sat at my kitchen table alone, drinking a scotch, staring at this piece of glass, and I realized the applause had stopped. The people at that dinner didn't care about me. They cared about what I could do for them, and the people upstairs, the people who actually love me. I had neglected them for months to win that piece of glass. I missed my son's varsity games to stay late at the office. I missed my anniversary dinner to close a merger. And for what? That trophy is currently in a box in a basement somewhere. I don't even know where it is. But the memory of my wife's sad eyes when I told her I couldn't make it to dinner, that is right here. That stays. You think your career is your legacy. It's not. It's a transaction. You are selling the hours of your life. Hours you will never ever get back to build someone else's castle. If you drop dead today, your job would be posted online before your obituary. Do not worship at the altar of your career. It will not love you back. It will not hold your hand when the lights go out. So what matters? If the money is fake and the career is a trap and the stuff is garbage, what is left? I'll tell you, the only things you get to keep are the things you gave away, the love you gave, the time you gave, the connection. I sit here in this chair and I don't replay my business deals. I replay the Sunday mornings with Eleanor. I replay the sound of my daughter laughing when she was 3. I replay the time I helped a stranger push his car out of a snowbank. That is the only wealth there is. Let me tell you what I remember from 92 years. I don't remember my bank balance from 1985. I don't remember the name of the client who made me the most money. I don't remember the details of the merger that everyone said would make my career, but I remember the smell of my wife's perfume on our wedding day. I remember my son teaching me how to use email when I was 65, both of us laughing at my mistakes. I remember holding my grandson for the first time, how small he was, how terrifying and beautiful. I remember sitting on the porch with Eleanor on summer evenings, not saying anything, just being together, watching the sun go down. Those moments, they're more valuable than every dollar I ever made. And here's what nobody tells you about success. I made my first million at 38. I thought, this is it. I've made it. Now I'll be happy. But you know what happened? The goalpost moved. Suddenly $1 million wasn't enough. I needed 5 million, then 10. Then it became about power, about influence, about beating the next guy. Success is an addiction with no ceiling. There's always someone richer, someone more powerful, someone with a bigger house. And if you're chasing that, you'll never stop running. You'll run right off the edge of the cliff, and you'll die wondering why you never felt satisfied. So here is my challenge to you. Here is the no BS strategy for the rest of your life. Number 1, kill your ego. You are so terrified of looking foolish. You don't take the risk. You don't start the business. You don't ask the girl out. Why? Because you are afraid of what they will think. Let me liberate you. Nobody is watching you. They are too busy worrying about themselves. You are the main character only in your own head. To everyone else, you are background noise. Stop letting your fear of other people's judgment paralyze you. Their judgment will rot in the ground right next to them. Number 2, practice the last time. This is a stoic technique, and it will change your life. Every time you do something, anything. Remind yourself that one day you will do it for the last time. One day you will pick up your child for the last time. One day you will kiss your spouse for the last time. One day you will drink a cup of coffee for the last time. You don't know when that day is. It could be 10 years from now. It could be today. If you live with that knowledge, you will never take a moment for granted again. You will taste the coffee. You will hold the hug a little longer. Number 3, wake up. I'm 92. My back hurts. My eyes are dim. But you have the golden ticket. You have your health. You have your youth. And you are spending it scrolling through a phone. You are numbing yourself. Stop it. Go outside. Feel the wind. Look at the sky. Call your mother. Forgive your enemy. Not for them, but because you don't have time to carry the luggage of hate anymore. Number 4, have the hard conversations now. You know that thing you need to say to your father? Say it today. You know that apology you owe your sister? Make it today. You know that friend you had a falling out with 5 years ago over something stupid? Call them today. Pride is expensive. It costs you relationships. It costs you peace. And when you're on your deathbed, I promise you, your pride will mean nothing. But the people you pushed away because you were too stubborn to bend, that will haunt you. I had a brother, Thomas. We had a fight in 1987 over money. Something about an inheritance. I can't even remember the details now. Isn't that something? We didn't speak for 11 years. 11 years. When I finally swallowed my pride and reached out, it was too late. He had cancer, stage 4. I sat by his hospital bed, and we both cried like children, mourning all those wasted years over money that didn't even matter. Don't let your tombstone read, "He was right." Let it read, "He loved well." Number 5, build memories, not monuments. Your kids don't need a bigger house. They need you at the dinner table. Your spouse doesn't need a fancier car. They need you present, listening, caring. Stop trying to give your family things and start giving them you. When my daughter got married, she asked me to dance with her at the reception. And you know what she said to me? She said, "Dad, do you remember that time we went fishing when I was 10? Just you and me?" That's my favorite memory. It was a random Tuesday. I had taken the day off work. We didn't catch any fish. We just sat there talking, eating sandwiches, laughing. That day probably cost me $50 and a day's pay. That memory, priceless. Number 6, subtract more than you add. Your life is too full of commitments you don't care about, too full of people who drain you, too full of stuff that clutters your space and your mind. Start saying no. Say no to the dinner party you don't want to attend. Say no to the committee that's just a time suck. Say no to the obligation that makes you miserable. Every no to something that doesn't matter is a yes to something that does. And number 7, the final one, treat every day like the gift it is. Because that's what it is, a gift, an unearned, undeserved gift. You didn't do anything to deserve being born. You didn't earn your heartbeat this morning. It was given to you. What are you doing with it? Are you complaining about traffic? Are you angry about the weather? Are you wasting it on resentment, on comparison, on fear? Every morning I wake up, and I'm surprised I'm still here. Every breath is a bonus round, and I'm using it. I'm calling people I love. I'm watching the sunrise. I'm tasting my food. I'm here, fully here. We are all going to die. It is the only guarantee we have. But most people never actually live. They just exist. They stay safe. They stay comfortable. And then they expire. Don't be like Ethan. Don't wait for the 5-year plan. Eat the good food. Buy the plane ticket. Say I love you first because the clock is ticking. Can you hear it? That is the sound of your life running out. Don't let it run out empty. I've said my piece. I've turned around from the edge of this cliff and told you what I see. Now it's your choice. You can go back to the party, back to the delusion, back to pretending you have forever. Or you can wake up. You can start living like your days are numbered, because they are. You can stop waiting and start doing. You can choose connection over accumulation. You can choose presence over productivity. You can choose love over fear. The choice is yours, but make it now, because now is all you have. Now is all any of us have. I'm tired now. Go live.